weirdness begins. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, hello, happy Monday. Welcome to the KVJ show. Good seeing everybody. How the heck are you guys doing today?
Hello.
Everything good? Okay. Good
Everything
weekends.
is good.
Love Mondays.
Yeah. It's great to be back with y'all. So happy.
I saw you on social media doing was it the duck dance? Is that what that was?
No, you ever heard of something called the chicken dance?
Chicken dance.
Yeah, they threw me into the chicken dance, and I'm realizing I haven't probably done the chicken dance since I was 7. I had no idea what the heck this. I'm like, what am I doing now?
Have they mixed it up, or is it still the same 3 moves?
The German aren't known for their sexy dance moves.
Okay.
The chicken dance is not sexy, but it is fun.
So the Germans own the chicken. They're the ones that came up with that one.
Definitely.
Okay.
They got
They
the
are.
copyright.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
There you
I've
go.
seen the paperwork.
That's what they brought the world, huh? Thank you very
That
much.
and schnitzel.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Love schnitzel.
Yeah, so that's what I did. I was out at the American German Club of the Palm Beaches for the Oktoberfest. That was a great time on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool setup that they have there. It's very nice. A lot of entertainment, great stage acts, a lot of cool stuff to hang out and go see and do. So that's going to be going on next weekend as well. If you want to jump on tickets there, you can just go Oktoberfestflorida.com. That's October with a K. Virginia, I know you went to Miami.
I did. I was bopping all over South Beach.
Okay.
And my friend lives down there now. So I kind of got like a lesson in South Beach.
Okay, what was the lesson?
Oh my gosh. I saw so much.
Yeah.
And I learned so much.
It's a lot to do, yeah.
I had never been inside that Versace mansion. Wow.
Right.
That thing was amazing.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool to be standing there and thinking about all the wild parties that Gianni Versace...
The stories that place could tell.
Oh my gosh. If the walls could talk.
Oh, yeah.
We went up on the observatory, like up on the roof.
Okay.
We snuck up there. You're not supposed to, but
Okay.
my friend just doesn't listen to velvet ropes. So we went right up. And there's all these outdoor showers, and the rumor is that there used to be wild naked shower
I
parties.
can only imagine, yeah.
With all kinds of people up on the roof.
Oh, yeah.
The showers are still there, so
Okay.
it's kind of like, okay,
You get to see what used to be that isn't really for public consumption.
a relic of
Yeah.
orgies of the past.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if that building could talk, you would really want to talk to the showers.
Oh my gosh, the showers are anything but clean.
Wow. Okay. You went to anywhere else other than the Versace mansion?
Yeah, we bopped all over the Faena Hotel. Are you familiar with
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different Faena properties now.
Yeah.
And one of them has this burlesque, sexy show.
Okay.
That's like vaudeville and burlesque. And it was fun.
Yeah.
I really had a lesson.
Lot to do in Miami.
So much.
Yeah, it's a great little time. You have a good weekend, Bird?
I did.
Okay.
Busy, just working on the movie or KVJ horror movie.
Okay. All right. Doing all that, huh?
Oh yeah,
Okay. That's going to be coming out here in a couple weeks.
it will be. Yeah, we're set on schedule
Okay.
somehow.
All right. Well, that's good.
COVID did not help. I
Yeah.
lost 2 weeks on that.
Oh, yeah, when you got the COVID.
Well, because you're out really the 10 days, and then people still there's that residual days after.
People aren't sure they still want to be with you.
And they didn't. They did not want to be. They wanted to wait a good 14 days.
Yeah,
before they
right.
could
Let's be
see.
safe on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know. All right, well, there you go. Well, it's good to be back in here on a Monday. Welcome to the KVJ Show. You can dial us up and watch right now. It is on YouTube. Just go look for the KVJ Show and watch us on Kvj Tv.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, Justin Bieber is ready to be a dad. Did you see this? There's a new documentary out where Bieber talks details about his personal life, specifically his marriage with Haley Baldwin, and shared that he is fully intending to set goals to have a baby in the near future. Wow.
Bieber baby.
Bieber baby. That is the plan.
Okay.
Mary J. Blige is talking about the toll that cancer has taken on her family, and as a part of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, is using her voice and her celebrity to bring attention to preventative care. It's so important, and I'm so glad that Mary is using her platform to do this. So many of us, especially with COVID and with busy lives, put off that preventative care. But you really should make sure you stay on top of your annual mammograms if you're over the age of 40, talking to your OBGYN, going there every year and making sure they're checking everything out. It is so important to take care of your health, because if you catch stuff early, like thank God my mom did. My mom caught her breast cancer when it was stage 1.
Okay.
She's fine today. She's great. She's healthy. No drama. The difference between stage 1 and stage 4 is life and death. And that's all about catching it early.
You stay on top of that mammos and that pap?
Every year. I don't just get a mammogram. I also get ultrasounds. I mean, they are looking all up in my boobs.
Really take a look under the hood, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Take a look at the whole car. Take a look at the whole engine.
You got to do it every year. Even if you've been putting it off for COVID, Mary J. Blige is right. Make sure that, especially now during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, all of us are up to date with our mammograms. And finally here, The Rock is rapping. Are we into it?
I don't want to give my opinion yet. I've heard it twice. I do have an opinion.
Somebody named Tech9 he's collabing with.
I believe that's who it's with.
Okay. Wow.
I'll compare him to Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, who also did raps back in the day.
Okay, yeah.
I think he's better than them.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got the flow.
He's got a good voice.
He does have a great voice. It's a little intense.
He's a wrestler.
It's so extreme. I'm tired. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jbird?
Well, I'm pretty darn excited because today's our big, pretty much final shoot for our horror movie, and I'm doing it with a ton of KVJ Nationers.
Okay.
I've got about 30 people I'm expecting to be the audience, because it's supposed to be set at a comedy club.
Okay.
Now, if I got roughly about 30 people coming, I want to cater this thing with some pizza. How many pizzas should I get? We're just going on average numbers. I don't know what everyone likes. You got 30 random people. How many do I need, and what kind of pizzas do I go with? I was thinking at minimum 3 cheese, 3 pepperoni, 3 sausage.
I've done this math before with the pizza girls. So they told me that there's 8 slices per pie, and the typical thing is each person gets 2 pieces.
Okay. So, all right. 2 times, oh boy. We'll say 60 slices we need, roughly.
And 60 goes into 8 how many times?
Oh, Kevin.
Thought we had a ban on math on this show.
I mean,
We do.
we should.
Yeah, well-
but yet we still try.
And there's also, you always got to figure there's probably going to be no shows, or people bring extra people. So you have those factors to kind of play around with.
Maybe people come and they don't want your pizza.
That's very possible. People take a bite, they complain. But there's so many factors here, Virginia. Do you get a veggie pizza for the masses? One?
I mean, can I put in an order now? I don't really want pizza. I want a salad.
Whatever
There you
you
go.
want. She's my A-lister, Kev.
I think it's safe to just a lot of times go with cheese.
I do think at least 3 cheeses is solid, but you gotta get some roni. You gotta get pepperonis on a few pizzas. People do love pepperoni. It's the #1 topping.
You're right. You're saying all these things we know to be true.
All right, so I'm going 4 cheese, 3 pepperoni, 3 sausage, and then like a random.
That's too much sausage.
It's too much sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, half cheese, half pepperoni. Call it good. Stop stressing. Seriously.
Well, I want to make sure I give people a good pizza experience.
Do you have alcohol? Because that's what I'm worried about.
Well, Joe Ponton of KVJ Nation, who's also just been a really great help with this movie, he was asking, should we bring beer and all that? And I said, I don't know if I'm allowed to give listeners beer at a technically it is a KVJ thing we're doing.
You're not, but Joe Bonton is.
It's a good point. Kev, you need to weigh in. You're in charge here.
I am?
Kev's like, nope, I want nothing to do with this.
He doesn't have to have anything to do with it.
Take my names off the credits.
Until yeah, his name will be Devin Talston.
Kevin wants off of it. And I think Joe Ponton deserves a back end of the movie for all the work he's done.
Okay, good. So I'll give him extra pizza. No one's making any money on this thing.
The back end.
Yeah.
He didn't sign a back end deal?
No, I got much of his front end.
Okay.
All right, so we're going 12 pizzas then.
I don't know. What's the math?
I don't know. All right. And can I give beer to people? That's a no. That's a no. I can tell.
It gets
Ponton can.
No, because he's an you could prove it in court that we could play this audio right here. Yeah, Ponton can. Who's Ponton?
Denny's, delete this audio. This audio needs to die.
This is incriminating.
Great plan. If it's
gonna be bad for us.
If I'm involved in a caper, I'm not calling you.
Denny's, also delete the audio of me saying delete the audio.
All right. Thanks for the help, guys.
Don't worry, I got your back.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
So one of my little adventures I did in South Beach, Pharrell opened up a hotel down in South Beach called the Good Time Hotel. Do you know about this?
No, I've not heard of it.
Okay, so Pharrell is very big into design, specifically like architecture and interior design and fabrics and furniture and wallpaper and paint. And so I love all that stuff. For me, it's all about the details in a hotel like this. It's called the Good Time Hotel. It takes up an entire city block in South Beach.
Oh, wow.
And it is such a cool little hotel. So Instagrammable. If you're looking for a place to go and take Instagram pictures, oh my gosh, go upstairs in the pink library. It's fantastic. The fabrics, the curtains, the outdoor, the pool space. It is such a cute spot and probably going to be one of the new hot spots in all of South Beach. The Good Time Hotel.
Bartender, could I please have a beer? Sure, that'll be $49.95.
I had a margarita and it was $25.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, really?
And I bet it wasn't a heavy pour.
Well, that
either.
was the margarita that I had at the Versace mansion and had gold flakes in it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to splurge.
If you have a drink like that for 25 bones, I better be feeling relaxed after.
It wasn't that great.
Exactly.
But it was the fun of saying I had a $25 margarita.
Isn't it amazing just how marketing works? That you're like, yeah, this is great. I had to pay a lot of money for something that wasn't at all worth it, and you're happy about it.
There was no alcohol, Kev, but they had gold flakes.
Yeah, you think.
The thing about that Versace mansion, though, yes, they did have some expensive, fancy drinks, and that's where they get you. But the lunch, if you go in there for the 3-course lunch, it was $39.
Okay.
And that's why they're drawing a heavy, normal people crowd.
Okay.
So there was like normal people and people that would never have seen the inside of the Versace mansion. Regular working class people can go in there and have a $35 lunch poolside at the Versace mansion now.
That is pretty amazing. Yeah.
It's pretty fantastic.
Just away from the cocktails.
Yeah, don't get the cocktails because the margarita was $25.
And you say they serve food or no?
They do. It's a 3-course meal.
Chicken fingers, if you wanted. Do they go that low?
I didn't see any chicken fingers, but I had octopus carpaccio that was delicious. I had a beautiful salad that was delicious, and I had a salmon that was fantastic.
So no chicken fingers, but they do have octopus tentacles. Got ya.
The tentacles aren't included in the carpaccio. It's very thinly sliced.
That ain't my kind of game right there.
Somebody texted in and said on the Pharrell Hotel, he opened it with David Guttram, who is the owner of Live.
And like 87
Fontainebleau, yeah.
87 other things.
Yeah, he just opened Winker's Diner,
Yep, saw
Sushi
that.
Fly Kitchen, and the Tooth Fairy.
The Tooth Fairy's like a sweets shop.
Okay.
Winkers is named after their cat. I got so much of a South Beach lesson. I know everything, I feel like.
You said winkers or whiskers?
Winkers.
Winkers, okay.
It's named after their cat.
Yeah, somebody wanted to know, is $35 lunch supposed to be cheap?
Yes, for the Versace Mansion,
Okay.
considering what people would have paid back when it was a private club and then back when you couldn't even get in when Gianni lives there. Yes, a $35 three-course lunch is a great price point.
And that's per person?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not common person numbers, though.
Good luck going to any place with that much history, that much style, and that much original architecture still intact that Gianni himself picked out. The details of that Versace mansion are incredible. Good luck finding any place with that kind of history for $35 three-course lunches.
$35. If I could eat like a king at Outback. $35?
Oh,
I
yeah.
could move mountains at Outback.
you could.
That's not
you could feed
expensive.
two, maybe.
Oh, I could feed two comfortably at Outback, and baby,
Yeah.
we are having a good time.
Yeah. Guess it's all relative, right?
It is.
Yeah.
And that's fancy. Outback's fancy for me.
What I got on my mind here today, got some terrible news over the weekend.
What?
Due South is closing.
I
know.
saw that in December.
December 19th, I believe, is their final day. One of the best breweries in South Florida, the ones that did the KVJ beers, they are going to be closing down.
I saw you at Oktoberfest hanging out with Doug from Due South. Did you get the skinny? Did you get the lowdown? Did you get the tea?
Yeah, all it is they just found out on Friday, that it was going down. The pandemic has been really tough for Due South, as has been a lot of places. And the owner, Mike, just has other projects and things he's going through in life. And so, they're going to be shutting down. And so, you got to pay rent and all that kind of stuff, which they had to do through the whole pandemic, and not being able to have a tap room open and have people come in was just, too much to bear. I guess if there is any good news, all the equipment, the recipes and all that is up for sale, and you can only hope that somebody comes in and still gives life to Due South and maybe a different form, because, things like their Citrified and Caramel Cream Ale and their Cat 3 and Cat 5 are just amazing beers that just can't go away.
I wonder what they're asking for that whole operation. Do you know the number?
I don't know the number. I do not know the number.
Would that be something that's $1 million, or is it less than that? I have no idea how this
I
works.
don't know. You can ask Doug. I bet he'll tell you.
Well, I think what it's going to be, it's going to wind up being a bidding thing, because what you can do is, in fact, I even sent an email. I'm like, hey, just kind of curious, how much you guys asked for that? Because I did want to know.
You just want to put our heads together, maybe put a little kitty and
No.
buy our own.
No, because if I went into the beer business, it'd be like a monkey selling bananas. I would
Right.
drink all the profits.
KVJ Brewery? The sound of that.
Yeah.
We did want to get beer in a can, and we weren't able to come to terms on that whole deal.
Let's just get the price point to see if we can even play ball.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious, because that's really kind of been my own personal little thought. In talking with Doug, I'm like, we just can't let it die. You can't let Due South die. It's such a great brewery, and it's a staple of South Florida.
Oh, were you having one of those moments at the German Fest? You get a little buzz on and go, we can bring this thing back.
Well, we got to just, I think probably what's going to happen, if I had to guess, I think they're going to be okay, in the sense that I bet a Constellation or a Funky Buddha or somebody like that comes in and says, it's a solid brand, people love the beers, and somebody with millions of dollars will snap it up and still produce it.
The thing about it is, it'll be somebody with beer experience.
Yeah, right.
It's one of those things where, people like us should never think about investing in a brewery until we know about brewing.
Well,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
get that number. Let's crunch the numbers first before we start.
Hey, I am curious to know what it would
poo-pooing.
take. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ralston.
kinda
Maybe we'll get the
interesting.
Juicy Daddy involved in a sit down for an investment. I like this.
Does he brew beer?
Well, yeah, I just think he's looking for some things to do.
He
So
is.
let's just have a sit down.
He just has time.
Things to do,
No, it's-
things to brew.
I offer no experience, but I do have time. There you go. Heard that Southwest Airlines had some issues over the weekend.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, my friend went up there. It's still stuck.
Up where?
Up to the Texas area. Stuck out in Texas. Cannot get back. They're supposed to come back yesterday. A whole day delayed.
Ooh.
Yeah, they canceled a ton of flights, more than 1,000 yesterday, more on Saturday. They blamed it on air traffic control problems, limited staffing here in Florida, and bad weather. That's what they say did it. But apparently other airlines weren't nearly as affected. So they're like, okay, what's your problem, Southwest?
Well, Denny's.
Don't all of you use air traffic control?
Yeah.
You don't have
We're
your
not having
own
a problem.
specific air traffic control, do you?
Well, our sweet Denny's was up in the New Jersey area, and he was delayed big time yesterday. And I thought it had something to do with what you're talking about. It was a different issue. He had some kind of engine problems with his plane.
Yeah.
That's not comforting.
The engine fell out.
Yeah, it isn't comforting.
It's not a good look.
So we got to the airport and we're hanging out waiting, and we booked an early flight so they could get back and have plenty of time yesterday to get everything, situated. So we were waiting, and they were like, well, the plane's a little bit late. If you guys just hang, we'll be good. Well, supposedly, I guess the engine on it blew up and they had to land it, but then they had no flight for the people that were flying out, including me. So they flew another plane from Texas to Florida, fueled it, and then flew it up.
Oh, wow.
That was what happened. And so I see on the news that all these flights are being canceled, and I start losing my mind, but it's completely unrelated. It was a completely separate thing.
It was so good. I was
wow.
texting him. I go, yeah, man, there's this big issue with it. He's like, no, I don't think it's that. I think it's
Different drama.
Yeah, I
But
hear
drama in the skies nonetheless.
It was terrible. So we went out and hung out and then came back. Our flight ended up leaving last night at like 8:40 or something.
Okay.
When that engine fell out of that one plane, were people on it?
They must have been. So nobody got hurt or anything. What happened? I guess a plane can fly with one engine. I guess it's not ideal.
Yeah, did you? I don't want that.
I don't even want to be on a plane that has that issue.
Definitely not ideal.
So weirdly, this is the third time I've had that excuse for my plane being delayed. Was that one of the engines blew up? They had to land it somewhere where they didn't expect to, and they had to reroute another flight for me.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
I don't like that at all.
It
No.
bums me out.
Hey, a pilot can fly with one good eye, but I don't want him to.
You don't want a pilot pirate?
No, I don't want a pirate pilot.
Yeah, no. So it's super nerve wracking.
Yeah.
It is.
And then you
don't
worry the
wanna
whole
get on
time.
the plane. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, now am I getting on this other plane? Engines falling out is in my head.
Well, by the time we got on, it's pitch black outside, So you're
can't even
hoping it's
see.
spinning. Yeah, you just hope the thing's working right.
Sometimes what you don't know.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, don't tell me.
Yeah, if it's on, I don't need to know.
They should just make up something like, "Oh, that plane wasn't good. We got a better one."
Bob's got poopy cramps.
Yeah, exactly.
We like you guys. We want to upgrade.
Upgrade. That's the way
Yeah.
to do it. Say
Yeah.
we're upgrading your flight.
Yeah.
Stories like this make me happy I'm road tripping to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm a bus man.
You are. You're a Greyhound man.
I like the bus.
The whole flight, I'm just hoping the engine didn't blow up, at night,
yeah.
because I can't imagine what that would be
It's a
like.
little nerve wracking.
Oh, a plane going down at nighttime. Yeah, that'd be rough.
And I will point out, on our flight, there was 4 dogs. Have you ever had 4 dogs on a flight?
It's
I'm
a lot
seeing
for
more
a
and more.
person with allergies. It really is hard
Not
for
only
people like
allergies,
me.
but they were all near each other, and they all barked at each other. And it was
Oh,
insane.
man.
Man, that's rough.
It was pretty rough. It made children cry. It was insane. So it was very loud for about 25 minutes.
Children are crying, dogs are barking. What kind of chicken bus airline is
And
this?
this is after you get on your flight.
Yeah.
It was delayed.
Engines are falling
That's
out.
miserable.
I think the universe is telling you don't fly.
I'm not flying for a while.
Good to be home.
It was. Oh, when we touched ground. But here's the annoying part. So the flight was freezing, and my sweater was in my checked bag, of course.
Of course.
So I get off, and my wife's waiting for the luggage to come through. I go, I have to go outside and thaw off a little bit. I'm just so cold. I went outside, and I stepped in dog poop. The lady let her dog out, pooped on the sidewalk, and then she just got in her car and lived her life. And I'm not paying attention,
That's terrible.
checking my phone, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? And I look, and I see the lady, the assailant, running off from it. It
oh,
was
you should.
horrible.
I would have yelled something at her.
Boy, there are days and then there are
I know.
days.
It was rough. So,
Wow.
super happy to be back,
I bet.
Not leaving ever again.
No.
Jeez.
It's so good to get warmed up. Oh, crap.
Oh, there's dog poo on my shoe.
Yeah,
Gives you some
not
law.
painting a great picture of that experience.
No.
Wow. Well, they asked the question, would you leave your kid and coach for a free upgrade to first class? How many people would do that?
Which kid?
How much has Virginia already had to drink?
I wouldn't leave Rocco because he's too little
Right.
to handle himself. But I would break it down for Mags and say, look, this is a great opportunity. First class is awesome. Peace.
Yeah. Mom was getting some free champagne.
I've had that happen where I've been sitting back in coach and the flight attendant has come up and said, hey, there's a seat in first class. Do you want to take it? Because there was one seat. I was traveling alone and I
Okay.
had a bunch of Sky Miles because I use Delta Sky Miles. So when they look at that, they I guess decide to bless one lucky person.
Yeah, I remember when we had a KVJ Nationer step up when I was going to Oregon? She said, hey, I want to give Jbird an upgrade to first class. I had never done it before.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, it's a connecting flight. The first round was first class. The second part was not. What a difference.
Yeah.
It is a big
deal.
difference.
Yeah, if you have a long flight, they'll like lay down like a tablecloth on your little tray.
Yeah.
You get real
Yeah.
silverware.
Yeah.
You get like this warm 3-course meal with sauce.
The
and
seats are big.
Yeah.
I was drinking out of glassware. I'm like, this is nice.
I had somebody say that, if you were very nice, one, and two, typically, if you would grace and gift a box of chocolates to the head steward, I guess is typically the first person standing there as you go into the plane, that a lot of times they'll tell the rest of the crew, hey, be really cool to them. They're awesome.
Yeah, little gifts along the way are never a bad idea.
Bribes work.
Every time I check in a hotel, I give them a treat every single time, and I would say about 75% of the time, I ask, "Oh, by the way, do you have any upgrades available?" They go, "Yes, we do. Let me just take care of that for you."
I would so not be good at that kind of game. Ask, hey, could I get an upgrade? I wouldn't be able to do it like you.
I do it every time I check in.
Okay. Well, words of the wise if you want to get in that first class. So would you ditch your kids to go sit there? Over 40% of parents say yes, but depends upon how old the kid is. 9% said that they would do it no matter how old their kid is. Toddler, no problem.
Would you do it with Cannon at his age?
Yeah, he's 13.
You had a chance to go up to first class. He has to stay back.
I don't think I would. I'm not.
I don't think you would.
Yeah, I'm not. Too big on those frills in life.
Yeah, you don't do it. Virginia does.
I come from Logan. Yeah.
You're just glad to be on a plane.
Yeah.
What's this? A big flying piece of metal in the air?
The metal bird's taking us into the sky.
My technology.
What a thrill.
And they gave me peanuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good day right there in Logan.
We feel weird if things are going too well and they're too nice. It's an odd feeling for us. Yeah, another 10% said 5 years or older, 9% said 10, and 12% said at least 15 years old is where they would do it. But the average was about 13 and a half, which is exactly where my kid is. So if I did want to ditch him, he's at that age. Suck it up, kid. You're sitting by the toilets.
Have you done first class before?
I have, yeah.
Did you notice such a big difference in experience for you?
It's very nice. I like that you get your drinks like right away. But to me, knowing what it costs to upgrade, I didn't find the value in it. So I don't. If it's a matter of cost, I don't do
The
it.
times that I've paid for it, I've paid for it with miles. And
Yes.
that's what you can do. If you're a frequent flyer, you can cash in your miles to upgrade your ticket. And then it's like you're playing with their money. It's monopoly money.
Sure.
I would never pay cash for a first class ticket because I just can't justify it.
And I think with my situation, I don't think they were doing meals because it wasn't a long flight for the. I think I asked about that. They go, oh, well, if the flight's only X amount of hours, we don't do the meals. So it was first class, but first class with
But it was like first class to Atlanta.
Yeah,
it was like
it was.
the short leg of the flight.
It was the first class low budget.
You
style.
want it on the long leg because that's where they really roll out the red carpet.
First class to Tampa. You crack open your beer and then they take it from you.
Yeah, it was kind of what it was like. I just had a taste of the first class life.
Damn it.
That was good for 5 minutes. They also asked people, do you fly normal? These are the stats on what people prefer. BuzzFeed did this, and they asked, are you window seat or aisle? Which one are you, Virginia?
I'm always window.
Okay, Jbird.
I like window.
Okay, you're normal. 70% said window, 29% said aisle. Are you carry-on or check bag? What do you do?
Always checked bag because this girl does not pack light.
I try to pack very light. I like to be able to have a little duffel bag I can just keep on my lap.
I will
Yeah.
bring a giant rolling suitcase for an overnight trip
Wow.
because I have 5 outfits and shoes and makeup.
They used to call me Publix Bag Pennington because I would just throw everything in a Publix bag.
Used to.
Well, I said
Like,
that's-
when did that end?
They used to call me that. I still do that.
Okay.
Now he just carries all of his stuff in a laundry basket,
I don't
which
care.
is more low budget than a Publix
I
bag.
went down to the Keys and my suitcase was a laundry basket. I've given up.
I've given up.
I don't care.
63% do carry on. 37% do the check bag. Do you recline or not recline in your seat?
It depends. I mean, if I'm tired and I want to sleep,
Yeah.
I bring like a little neck pillow and then I will recline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they have recliner chairs for a reason. They should go back to a way to do it where it doesn't hurt anybody. So you should be able to recline.
The only way I wouldn't recline is if the person behind me was in like an exit row and they couldn't recline. Then
Okay.
I would feel bad.
Then you would stay
That's
up.
not, you're a nice traveler.
I know.
45% recline, 43 do not. So it's pretty much a 50-50 on that one. So there you go. Well, as a parent, you always want to protect your kids. And Jess sent us an email about her 4-year-old daughter. She said she's in pre-K and her class is very diverse. She's got a number of friends that are different ethnicities and race than her. Some of the black children wear beads in their hair. And my daughter thinks that the beads and her friend's hairstyle is so pretty and cool. And now she wants to also wear beads in her hair. Now, my daughter is white, and I'm afraid that if I oblige her request and put the beads in her hair, will it be viewed as cultural appropriation, and will people get upset with my daughter and give her grief that she can't really process at the age of 4? So I don't know if this is something where I should allow it to happen and stand in. I want to be protective, but I also want my kid to be able to express herself. So if I do this, is there a respectful way to go about it? So, I said, hey, we'll throw it out there and see what people say. People are dialed in differently. I am not a big fan of the cultural appropriation thing. I believe in honoring other cultures, and I love when people pay tribute to it. I don't feel that it's necessarily like we're trying to steal it. It's trying to say that I love what you do, and I think it's great. I love eating different kind of foods, and if somebody came up and said, you really should not have Asian food because you're not Asian, I'd be like, okay.
Well, where does it stop at?
Yeah.
The whole email says where the whole purpose was because the little girl is admiring what other kids are doing. That's a
Right.
good thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to this whole culture appropriating thing, if you're honoring something, I think that's a wonderful, beautiful thing. I say absolutely put beads in your hair.
Yeah.
I would do it to my hair. I kind of want to do it to my hair.
Yeah.
I think if you're celebrating and that's what's in your heart,
Yeah.
you know what's in your heart. There's always going to be somebody who disagrees with you, but that's just the way of the world.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not exclusively a black thing either. There are other,
Yeah.
cultures, islands where white people do that too. So I don't think the beads are a bad thing. It's what's in your heart.
People
Yeah.
on Twitter get mad.
Sure.
But like Dave Chappelle said, I think on his special, Twitter's not real. It's not a real thing.
Right, yeah.
All this anger, it's not real.
Well,
but yeah, you don't want your kid, though, in pre-K to run into anybody who's a real life Twitter vigilante.
Now, you may get comments, but again, when you go out into the world, you're going to get comments.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. I would teach your daughter to love all cultures. If you like something that's in your heart, go ahead and wear that. Celebrate. We need to celebrate instead of all the division.
I would hope that somebody's not going to give a 4-year-old grief. I would be surprised, and I guess you have to know what area you're from and the way people are, but I would be surprised if somebody did. I don't know of a majority of people that would say anything and would have any issue. But again,
put it
kind of
online.
like, yeah, exactly.
Take a picture and put it on Twitter, and then you'll get all the hate you need.
Somebody will have something to say on there. But yeah, for the most part, I don't see it as a big risk. So I would say go on ahead and do it. I don't think anything of it.
And maybe start with a minimal approach. Maybe just do a few strands up front where you put beads and not the whole head at first, and see how the few strands go. She might not even like it because it's heavy.
I'm not trying to get in an argument with you, but I disagree. I think if you want to put beads in your hair, put beads in your hair. You know what's in your heart.
Yeah, I mean, I just think somebody from I have a very sensitive scalp, and I can't wear beads in my hair because it's so heavy.
You have scalp tenderness?
I do. I have a very tender scalp.
I would love to put beads in my hair. I want to get my hair braided. If I could always have braids in my hair, I would always have that.
You should get that done.
I know. I was thinking about
But you're
doing
so
it.
rough.
I know.
You would mess it up in a week.
When I fall asleep, I would knock them out. I need to. You really gotta change your way of approach when you
You have a
braids.
hamburger head.
I do.
Yeah. So the feedback we're getting as well is nobody sees any issue with this. For a 4-year-old to wear the beads, go on ahead and do it and let her look like her friends and have something that she can bond with her friends. If she thinks it's pretty, go on ahead and go for it. That's what we're getting. Few celebrity birthdays today. Happy birthday to Cardi B. She's turning 29 years old today. And Daryl Hall from Hall & Oates, 75 today.
And he looks good for 75.
Doing a good job keeping it together, huh? He and Clooney?
Yes.
Okay.
Money will do that for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got an 8th birthday shout out to Chase from Daddy Fury Chloe and Witch Cat Juicy. Okay. It's a cool little photo of him there.
Oh, that's a great picture.
That is, absolutely. Happy 6th birthday to Beckett from Mommy, Daddy, Logan, and Cooper. Cute photo of him there on KVJ TV.
Aw.
Also, a big birthday shout out to my son, Tristan Godwin. Happy 10th birthday, Bubba's. We love you, Mom, Dad, and Cassie. 11th birthday goes out to Rocco. Very proud of you from Dad, Mom, Miles, Carrie, Kuru, and Kirsten. Sent that in, and there he is playing some baseball. He's a baseball player.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a cutie.
There you go, playing with them Marlins. Also, happy 11th birthday to Emily from Mom, Dad, Jacob, and Ruby Doodle. Also, happy 9th goes out to Evie J. Got a photo there on KVJ TV. Happy 24th goes to Erica Page. You're forever my sunshine. Have an amazing day. Love, Mom. Heather sent that in. 11th birthday shout out to Elise. That is from Mommy, Bruddy, Daddy, Nanny, Nene, and Sophie. And a happy 6th birthday to this energetic, fun-loving boy. Love Mom, Dad, Logan, Cooper, Aunt Janet, Uncle Adam, and Aunt Shanna, me, Mom, Papa. Can't wait to see what is ahead. Got a photo there on KBJ TV.
Aw, cute smile.
Happy 1st birthday goes out here from Mom, Dad, and Max. Got a cute photo right there.
Look at those babies.
Is that spaghetti on her face? That's funny.
And for Timothy from Mom, Brian, and Shay, a birthday wish. And a big 9th birthday today for our son, Ryan Frano. Love Mommy, Daddy, and our pups, Lexi and Mocha, and a photo there on KVJ TV.
Cute.
Thanks for sending those in. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. You can watch on KVJ TV to see those as well. Just go to YouTube and look for the KVJ Show. We'll give you the hookup. All right, here we go. Monday morning. Time to think fast, y'all. Okay, let's see how we do here. We got Virginia, Jbird, and Denny's all in on this. Jbird's mind is all a scramble now. Denny's brought some gifts back from his little trip up to New York from over the weekend. He brought Jbird some pizza.
New York style. I've never
Yeah.
had it this fresh before. He got it last night.
Wow.
It's the closest.
That looks
I've-
amazing. It looks
Look
good.
how big that is.
Yeah,
That's
how they do
slice.
it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Look at that.
That's crazy, right?
Sweet Denny's. My heart's so tickled pink.
How
right now.
will you be
Yeah.
able to wait till after the show?
I know. It's gonna. I
Don't you want
to?
to eat that pie now?
I want to eat that pie.
Eat that pie.
I'm gonna
So
eat
I
that
grabbed
pie.
you 2 slices in case you wanted one during the show, and then I recommend heating one in the oven.
Denny's, this guy.
Yeah.
I gotta tell
Hey,
you.
he knows his boy, doesn't he?
My heart is full.
And he brought us back Yonkers craft beer.
Yeah.
Denny's, that was so sweet.
Yeah, I figure you guys get a kick out of the local flavors up there.
Always love that.
Denny's, we
yeah.
love local flavors.
For good things. Okay, here we go. I've got some different topics here. Who can come up with a sensible answer the fastest? That is the name of the game in Think Fast. All right, first one. Give me a state that starts with the letter I.
Illinois.
What did you say?
Illinois.
Illinois.
Illinois?
He put an S on it.
I said Ida.
Who do you think, Suits? I was real close. You think Virginia? Closest just by Scotch? Okay.
That's because you got boobs, Denny's.
Just by a Scotch. Okay. You're all pretty quick on that.
Suits is a weak man. He said I give it to Virginia.
No, he's not. He's a fair judge. You shut your mouth.
All right. Next up, think fast. The name of a dark-colored beverage that starts with the letter P.
Pepsi.
Oh, Bird.
Oh. You're not going to beat him on soda. No. Good luck.
You got that. Okay, next up, think fast. Something you hate to see on your face that starts with the letter P.
Pimple.
I think Bird got that
Yeah,
too.
he did.
Yeah. Bird, look out. Jumping up to a 2-1 lead on Vicious V.
I don't know why. I do not feel sharp at all today.
You don't look it.
I don't feel it. Oh, I don't look it.
Okay, a major celebrity last name starting with the letter C.
Cruz.
Clooney. Oh. My brain broke.
Your brain's still in Sobe, bruh.
Yeah, it is, bruh.
All All right, Bird out to a quick 3-1 lead. Denny's yet to
Damn.
get on the board.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this is one maybe he can get. An NFL team that starts with the letter B.
Boston.
Broncos.
What'd you say?
I said Broncos.
You said Broncos.
What'd you say, Virginia?
I was going to go Boston, but that's not right.
That's not right, Bird. Oh, gonna walk away with a little win here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you.
That pizza got me all charged
That
up.
New York pizza gave you power.
It did.
He's turning into a think fast champ all of a sudden. How about that? What's going on?
I knew he was coming down the hall, like trying to run
Okay.
in his $2 flip flops to come see you and come back on the air. And I jumped out and scared him.
Well, I was in the kitchen. I'm all excited because I'm heating up that New York pizza. Sweet Denny's got me. So I got pizza on the brain.
Oh, yeah.
And I was trying to
Yeah.
get back so I wasn't late. And of course, the witch was waiting around the corner and scared the hell out of me to the point where I tripped.
He
and
fell off on his flip flop.
I tripped on fear.
But he didn't spill a drop of his Mountain Dew.
He's good like that.
It's because it wasn't open yet.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, how did he not spill?
Tis the season, huh?
Oh yeah, she's
Yes.
a witch. It's her time.
Yes. I figured this would be the case. I'd seen a report that a lot of parents, and especially parents who are now divorced, are fighting over getting their kids vaccinated. And like Joey in our chat room had said, yeah, my ex-wife did that to me. Took our son to the dermatologist, and somehow he came out with the vaccine. Total blindside.
Wow.
Yeah, and people are, saying, look, this is something that needs to be discussed between both parents. That is only cool. And, one of the comments was a lot of times parents just want to avoid the fight, and they just sneak the kid off and get it done. So it is causing a lot of fights. If you do want to go and contest it, because they say they're seeing more divorced parents winding up in court, there's a family lawyer in the Houston area that is saying that it seems like so far most judges are ruling to vaccinate.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you think you're going to fight it,
Well,
and you don't want your kid to get it, just realize there's a precedent that judges are choosing to vaccinate rather than not to.
I think it's easier for them because all 50 states require some vaccines, either chicken pox or whooping cough or polio, to get into the public school system. So it just seems easier for a judge to say, all right, we already do this, so we got to do it. So, yeah, just so you know, that is out there. So, unfortunately, causing something more for us to fight about amongst each other.
And yeah, I mean, the one parent that wants it is going to just do what they want. And when it's their time, they're just going to say, come on, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
And then what do? You can't fight about it afterwards. It's done is done, right?
Yeah. And then you just harbor a bunch of negativity. And, and then the kid can get caught up in the middle,
That's going to be so messy.
We got several different call 'em outs here today. Going to get those coming in here. 877-979-WRMF.
Jbird can't focus.
I know.
Denny's just gave him his pizza.
Oh, you got to try it out.
They put it in the toaster oven.
Fat Kevin.
Oh, that's
Look
how you
how
went. That looks amazing.
That looks so good.
Yeah.
This is going to be really my first ride with this thing.
Yeah.
Take a bite.
I am. I'm doing
Okay.
it right now.
We can't wait.
Jbird with New York style pizza. Okay. What are you thinking?
love
Is it good?
It's good.
Yeah, a lot of New Yorkers eat it like that. They fold it in half.
This
Yeah.
is so my kind of pizza.
Yeah, big fan of that.
Denny's, thank you so much. My heart just singing,
What a gift.
tickled.
Yeah. Bird's having a good Monday.
I'm
Yeah.
really enjoying it.
You're killing it.
Yeah. He's having a great Monday over there.
Except for the scare in the fall.
Yeah, you got to get a few of those things out of the way.
Well, it does taste different, though.
Really?
I think so.
What would you say is different about
I
it?
think
Give
it's the
your
cheese.
review of the New York pizza. You think it's the cheese?
I do. I think it's the cheese. I feel like
More than the crust?
the crust is really good. This holds up pretty damn good for being 8 hours old.
Can I have a bite?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to give
Yeah,
me
I
a
know.
bite.
You can tell that was like that was a very
Yeah.
unenthusiastic. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I know. I don't really want to bite.
Of course you can.
I just wanted to make you feel bad.
Pizza brings the world together. Have some.
Yeah. But it's is it as good as you imagined? Yeah. How would you, if you had to put it on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best?
I mean, this is pretty damn good. I would like to have it fresh out of the oven.
Right, okay.
But That is really damn
Coming
good.
from New York, though, I mean, he got on the plane right after he got it hot and fresh. So you can't get much fresher than that.
His wife, this is his family's favorite place to eat.
Oh,
This is their
okay.
favorite New York pizza right here. And
Oh, wow.
He's trying to get the name. I asked him what the name is. He's working on that.
Okay.
But baby, it is good. And this wasn't even the large one.
Wow.
I know.
Was that from Yonkers, too, or was that from some other town up there? 'Cause I
Here
know
he
we've
comes.
got New Yorkers that are probably wanting to know what town.
Yeah, you brought back Yonkers beer. Is this Yonkers pizza?
So that's not Yonkers Pizza. The pizza place they like is right south of White Plains.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Damn, it is
it's a small town, Yorktown Heights.
Okay. All right. There you go.
I was
Bert.
going to wait for that second slice when I got home, but I don't know.
You can always tell it's good when it's got the oil.
Yeah.
So oily.
What a Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, we got all kinds of different call outs here. Got some positive ones coming up here in a bit. Got a lot about traffic and people out in public. This one said, I want to call out a woman named Karen. Yeah, that's her real name. For coming to a convenience store on Friday. She's being totally aggressive towards the supervisor since she came to the store. The supervisor didn't know what was going on. Long story short, she's being so rude while the supervisor was helping her in the photo department, and she just left and didn't get her photos that she was crying so much for. What's the photo? They still do photo processing? What is
Yeah,
that?
that still does exist.
Okay.
You know, maybe it was one of those drugstores that does it.
Okay. She said, WTF, all that drama for what? She left a survey complaining, of course, and said that they should put a sign that says, white people not allowed. How ignorant. Nobody was being rude towards her. She came off so nasty. Grow up, lady. Okay. Shout out to her.
Someone needs a pizza. It brings people together.
Yeah.
Baby. It really does.
Yeah, you're
It'll
right.
heal your pain.
Yep. Got somebody getting called out. Jerking traffic Sunday night about 7 on I-95 South. Put my signal light to turn left, and this dumbass decides to make a turn out of nowhere, switched lane to lane. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. Terrible driving on I-95, and then road rage that comes from it. That's turning out to be a big problem. In fact, I want to do a positive call them out. It was really kind of cool over the weekend. In fact, I know you got to meet them. We had some KBJ Nationers from Houston
Yes.
that had come out. They were part of the KBJ movie, and I got to see them out at Oktoberfest.
Yeah, it was really cool. I said, you guys ever live in Florida? Go, no. We lived in Texas. We heard of your show, and they came down there in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have my number from when we gave it out on the radio.
Yeah.
So they were texting me all weekend. Where do you think Kevin would be at Oktoberfest? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm in South Beach.
You'll run into eventually.
Yeah, Elmer and his wife, they were really awesome.
They
Yeah,
seem
just-
really sweet.
They were very nice.
They were
Yeah.
sending me pictures of all of your meetups.
Yeah, but they were telling me that the road rage is so bad in Houston, you can't honk at anybody or they will chase you down and shoot you.
Oh, my.
Good heavens.
It's all aggressive.
Yeah. So people just got to start chilling out.
It's not my vibe.
And this person said, yeah, call him out. I want to call out the stupid bad word who felt necessary to lay on her horn on me on Saturday afternoon at 10th Avenue while I was letting a car who was already in my lane make a U-turn. So, yeah, there's a lot of that stuff. So people just chill out and be a little patient. People don't be so rude in traffic. Gets people going. Also got a positive call out here. Got two of them. One's a positive call for the doctors and staff at Florida Medical Center for the 4th floor ICU. Thanks for doing everything you could to make my father comfortable, and thank you for trying to save his life. The other is a negative call out. F you, COVID, for taking my father away from me. Yeah. So
You know all about that.
I do, unfortunately. So luckily the numbers are dropping, but there are still, unfortunately, people that are passing away from it. So we're not out of it just yet. Noel got a Monday morning call out to engineer Keith. He said, every time I see Jbird ride the pony with that belt from the No Name movie game, it makes my day. So thanks for that creation.
You got it, my friend. Oh, we will ride that pony all week long.
And also a positive call out to our nurse friend for hosting the most epic zombie prom bar crawl on Saturday night. We had the best time, and all the weird looks were so worth it. Angie in Hollywood sent that.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be part of the KVJ horror movie today. They're bringing some of the Pickle Squad. They're part of the crowd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, it's a Monday. We're getting back at it after the weekend. Drive cool. That's what I got to tell you. I think that should be a bumper sticker. Just drive. #drive cool.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
For whatever's going to happen after you honk or get ugly. And if you just so happen to run into a person who escalates that sort of situation, it could be really, really bad for both of you. And for what? You're in traffic. It doesn't matter. If somebody cuts you off, it doesn't matter.
I remember this guy. I must have cut him off. I didn't know what I did. I was 16 years old. And the next thing I know, this guy was following me, screaming, wanting to pull over to fight me. He wanted to kill me. So I just drove him to the police station.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. If someone accidentally cuts you off, it's not a slight against you as a human. It actually has nothing to do with you. It just means they're a bad driver.
Yeah, or they may have just had a brain fart. The other day I was at a three-way stop, and I don't know what my mind was, and I went before my turn, and somebody's like, and I was like, sorry.
Sorry,
I had a
I'm an
moment
idiot.
A moment of...
Sometimes we do stupid things behind the wheel, and we don't have any ill intent. But escalating the situation and trying to hurt the person in the car that accidentally cut you off, it's going to be awful for both of you if that goes down.
On North Lake Boulevard, there was a young buck versus an old buck right in front of that McDonald's. And the one dude got out of the car. The old guy was the one that got out of the car. They were about to fight. I try to grab my camera. Hamburger Hands drops it. It turns green. And they go, oh, better get going. But they were about to fight in the middle of North Lake Boulevard.
You see videos like that. People they'll get out of their car and start fighting right there in traffic.
And the old guy probably would have got his ass kicked. He would have not won.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, you have to stop for a second and go, wait a minute. What is this for again? Oh, traffic?
I don't even know you.
I don't know you. I have no beef with you. Whatever you did was not purposefully done as a slight against me.
But I think, too, if someone does something dangerous and cuts you off and you almost crash your car.
But
and
that's going to happen every day on the roadway. You're going to see somebody doing something stupid and dangerous. Don't take it personal.
No, I agree. But when someone does it to the point where it's so negligent and you have your kid in the car, I see why people get...
No, if you have your kid in the car, that is the reason to de-escalate.
Somebody texted in and said, everybody needs to watch the Russell Crowe movie Unhinged. That will stop people from being jerks on the road.
That movie supposedly is him going after this chick that cut him off in traffic, and he loses his mind and becomes obsessed.
That's what sets him off, is the traffic.
Yeah.
That's pretty good plot.
The simple traffic thing.
I gotta watch that. That sounds good.
Somebody doing another call him out. I want to call it the idiot woman who was in front of me this morning on Highway 98 and flipped her cigarette directly onto my windshield. Seriously? So, just,
Probably in the left-hand lane.
Yeah.
If you drive, chances are there's going to be an idiot in one of the cars around you. How you choose to react to that idiot is totally up to you. Don't let that idiot control you.
Oh, I'm not going to be over here and act like I'm all...
No, you're that idiot.
Gandhi, on the road. There'll be, if I'm in a bad mood and someone does something stupid, I'll be, oh my gosh, I almost died.
That's it. Like I said, the majority of the call-outs that we have coming in are all traffic-related. That's really it. So if we just drive better and drive calmer, I think it would help things out a lot. We have got somebody else that wants to call out my neighbor for poisoning my dog and causing her to have seizures. I have a lot of anger.
Oh, my God.
That's terrible.
You prove that.
I would do everything that I could to try to do that. And, it's really kind of sad because more and more people, like Virginia's neighbors, they got to get cameras because they don't trust people like Virginia. And
my neighbors they assume I'm up to no good.
Yeah.
I'll see you on Halloween night. I got plans.
Are we going to put a big old monster that goes, rah, one of those mechanical monsters right by the place where you have the camera?
They have a motion activated camera pointing at me, so I'm going to be getting something that just sets it off constantly.
I don't know if you've seen some of the modern day Halloween pieces they got going on, Kev, but they are human-like. They're tall. They're big.
Extreme.
They're extreme. They move. They'll scare the hell out of you.
Yeah, I've seen some of that stuff. They're doing really realistic, real-life kind of stuff. People call 911 because they think there's dead bodies in people's yards.
Well, they move around like a legit monster.
Yeah. So let me see. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, I guess if you got a neighbor like that's trying to poison your dog, you want to have a camera for that.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible stuff. Well, if you are having a tough Monday, Mondays are hard to kind of get going, and you're going through it, there is a website to maybe make you feel a little bit better. It's called the FMLF My Life website. You can go on there, and people who are having their own issues go on there and post something up. And if you look at it the right way, a lot of the problems that we have can and maybe could be a little humorous. Somebody said, today, my 5-year-old daughter saw me getting ready to sit down in a fold-out camp chair and told me with a big smile on her face, "Mommy, you're too fat to sit in that chair. You'll break it with your big butt."
Oh.
Damn, kids say the
Kid,
meanest
and
things.
a kid comments because they're just being honest. They
They're
hurt
straight
the
up being-
worst.
Yeah, they are. They're being very honest.
They are the most, because you may have a jerk adult tell you something like, what, they're just trying to be hurtful. No, when kids say something, that's the worst part because they're just being honest.
It's rough.
And you're like, all right, today's day one of the diet.
Or today's.
Or you could go the other way with the pizza.
Yeah. Somebody said today, this is kind of odd. My girlfriend broke up with me because she said I have a drinking problem. She says I don't drink enough. Isn't that odd?
I do that to Panda. I bully him into drinking. I found that Mariah Carey Black Irish. It's like a Bailey's, but it's darker and smoother and lighter. I love it.
Do you want to have a Bailey's Tuesday tomorrow?
Yeah,
All right,
I'll
bring
bring
it
that.
in,
I'll bring
yeah.
that Black Irish in here. It's really yummy. But I was making Panda drink it over the weekend, and
Okay.
he kind of got into it.
Really?
Oh yeah, once you basically drugged him.
Yeah. That's really what it is. So you're trying to work on your husband to drink more. So you totally relate to this.
It can be done. You
Yeah.
just have to find something they like and then make them drink a lot of it.
Well, of course, after the third Bailey, this is pretty good. Of course, he's having a good time.
Somebody posted on the FML website, today I went to the dentist and she told me, if you don't stop smoking, yellow teeth aren't going to be the only thing you have to worry about. I don't even smoke.
Damn. Oh. Well, you need to floss, my friend, a little bit more. Just up your flossing game.
Something's not right if your teeth are turning color.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said earlier, some people just have bats, bitch-ass teeth. It's the way they were born.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Some people got them butter teeth. They're just soft.
It just-
they can be soft AF.
Yeah, it just happens. But the good thing is, modern technology with whitening, it's out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you should really work hand in hand with your dentist to make sure that whitening is for you because you can make your teeth more soft.
I'm sure it's going to be real affordable and real cheap.
Right.
Not at all expensive.
Somebody else posted up, today I told my husband I wanted to make him happy by giving him a baby. He told me either I can make him happy or I can give him a baby, but I can't do both. FML. Okay. All right, there you go. So if you're going through it, just know other people are as well. And a nice little positive call out. Somebody wanted to call out John Legend for putting on a great show last night.
Okay.
He was just one of the shows that went on here in South Florida over the weekend. I'd heard there were some issues with the Kiss show on Friday. Might have been weather or
Was
something
it the
like
fact that
that.
Kiss was playing?
Yeah, it could have been that. Yeah. So there was a lot of concerts that happened in South Florida over the weekend. And one I didn't even know about. Buddy of mine, Derek and Vero, Jake Owen was back in town and played a show. His dad got up on stage and was playing harmonica with Jake Owen. I was like, how cool is that?
Is that one of those situations because he grew up in that town or he's from that area, he can just pretty much go, you know what, y'all, I'm going to just do a show today. I just feel like doing something.
Yeah, he said it was a smaller show at the airport that I guess you just came in and put it on. And then Jake often does a show right around Christmas in Vero. And if you don't know who Jake Owen is, he's a country star. He's an A-lister, though.
He's an A-lister?
He is an A-lister.
Is he
yeah.
bigger than a Morgan Wallen?
I would say... he has more time under his belt. Morgan Wallen's newer. Jake Owen's been cranking out hit country songs for 10-plus years. And so I would say that Jake Owen has a little bit more under his belt than Morgan Wallen.
Could you give us a taste of an Owen song? I wouldn't mind hearing it.
Yeah, I could. Do you want the whole thing? Or?
I just want to know one of his songs. If
We
we
just
know.
want
Blue
to
Jean
drink
Baby
you in.
Night. Yeah,
All right, okay. Blue Jean Baby Night, my kind of night.
yeah. It's great.
Okay.
He does good stuff. So, yeah, so that was going on over the weekend. People checking that out. Another positive call out for somebody who found my debit card at the West Palm Beach Green Market and turned it into the Tiki Hut on Saturday, and then they paged me and found it. How many people are honest enough to do that anymore?
That's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, and I was so stressed because I had to take it to the car dealership afterwards and all kinds of stuff. So thank you to the person that did that. So that's a nice little call out that somebody had done. So there's some good stuff that went down. And then, of course, Jbird calling out Denny's for getting him the pizza.
Yes.
It's delicious. I feel full.
Yeah.
My spirit is great.
Yeah, if you want to manipulate the bird, get him pizza. Didn't you say somebody had done something and bribed you with some pizza last week?
Yeah, people do. They'll try to bribe you. I've been paid with just food before for services.
So if you want to get a bird, that's what you do. Somebody said, "Who drugged V?"
I love that song. I love that song.
Well, I go to the bathroom, I come back in, and the lights are out, the music is blaring. Virginia's in here booty shaking. Yeah, people watching on Kvj TV is like, did somebody slip her something?
Yeah, are you on drugs?
That might be my favorite song. No, I just love it.
I missed it. What was the song?
It was No Tears Left to Cry, Ariana Grande.
I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up.
Please put it down.
Damn.
Hey,
All right.
killing that joy.
Dance party of one.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I was having a pizza party of one in the other room.
You're too fat in there to dance.
Oh,
Did you eat both those slices?
No, I'm going to save one for later. I want to think about it.
Oh, okay. The anticipation.
Oh, it's getting me just hot and bothered.
Yeah.
She likes to warm the oven.
I do.
Okay. All right, we got some fun little kid or drunk adult. People leave these for us on the WRMF app. You can do that. Tell us a little story, something dumb you did, and then we'll guess if you're a little kid or a drunk adult when you did it. Here's one that Kimberly left for us.
So I got kicked out of a dollar store for opening and eating all their Snickers bars.
Ooh.
Okay.
Opening and eating in the dollar store.
Sounds like a little kid thing, doesn't it?
No, it kind of sounds drunk.
It does.
Well,
A tough one.
I can see a little kid doing it, but I can't see them kicking a little kid out.
Right.
That seems cruel, right?
They would just make the parent pay for them.
I think so. I'll go with drunk adult on
Me
that.
too.
Little
Bird?
kid.
Okay.
I was a little kid. I thought all the candy was free. My uncle was the one who actually took me to the dollar store, but he was trying to hit on the girl who was at the checkout. So he wasn't watching me at all. The girl, she was creeped out by my uncle. And then also the manager was pissed about us eating all the candy. So we got kicked out.
Okay. All right.
It's very layered.
And maybe because of the uncle and not the candy.
Okay. All right, that makes more sense then. Tony had submitted this one for a little kid or drunk adult.
One night I woke up in the middle of the night and stopped in front of the bed of somebody else that was sleeping. I thought I was in front of the toilet in the bathroom, which I was not, and I actually ended up peeing all over this person who was sleeping in their bed. They woke up yelling at me, really, really mad, obviously.
Was he giving a speech at a college graduation?
Sounded like he had a
Sounded
nice
like a TED
voice.
Talk.
What was that?
It did. It was almost like I thought it was Morgan Freeman at first. It's amazing.
My man doing a TED Talk. You're right.
Yeah. Wow. What do you think? Was Tony a little kid or a drunk adult when he did that?
That feels like drunk adult.
Drunk adult.
Yeah, they're getting up and peeing. That's what I'm thinking as well.
I was a little kid. When I was little, I used to sleepwalk all the time, and I was actually shared a bedroom with my sister. We had bunk beds. I was in the top bunk, she was in the bottom bunk. Well, I got out of the top bunk still asleep, did several laps around the house, ended up coming back, stopping in front of her bed where she was sleeping, thought I was in the bathroom, ended up peeing all over her in the bed. She woke up crying and screaming, yelled at me, obviously very upset.
Poor sister.
Also, is he in a cave talking on a microphone?
I think he's in an auditorium.
Sounds like it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I think he's at the Kravis Center.
It does sound like he's giving a speech.
Okay, got another submission here from Sarah for little kid or drunk adult.
We went out to eat at a burrito place, and I spilled a drink all over the place and grabbed tortillas to clean up the mess.
Tortillas.
That is definitely a drunk adult.
You
Definitely,
thought tortillas
yeah.
would absorb.
I can see me doing that. Oh, I'll help out.
There's tortillas. What?
Yeah. Is that the female Jbird?
This is definitely drunk adult.
Totally drunk adult.
Yeah, it feels like drunk adult.
I was a drunk adult.
Yeah.
I had already spilled my drink and then knocked over a friend's drink while getting up to get something to clean it with. And for whatever reason, I reached around the counter and grabbed a stack of tortillas to clean up the mess. And yeah, we were asked to leave after that.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's,
Well, you probably made a big deal about the tortilla rag you made. You know what I mean?
Totally.
sounds a little messy.
It does.
Okay. I always love playing those with your stories. You can send them to us on the free 97.9 WRMF app. Go on there, just leave a little bit of a space so we can stop it and find out if you're a little kid or a drunk adult when it all went down. Now, have you ever done this? Missed something by getting a little bit too drunk? Jbird was telling me about this woman who missed her kid's band recital because she was so nervous she started knocking down a couple drinks to take off the edge, but had a one too many and apparently passed out before the concert actually began.
She's not a big time drinker, and she's really involved with her son. And it was his first big band moment, and she was really nervous and drank herself out of the game, and now has guilt for drinking too much because she missed his performance.
Does he know she wasn't there?
Oh yeah, no, it's quite public actually. She was drunk.
I've seen that happen a lot at football games, where you'll be tailgating and somebody gets way too hammered. And some of these games are not a cheap ticket. It's a very big football game, expensive ticket. They paid for good seats and they tailgate and it gets away from
You
them.
got to pace yourself too.
Big time. And you know what? A lot of these tailgating parties, they love to get the shots rolling.
Early, you're right.
It's a terrible idea. I'm
Early
always
before
like,
the game even starts.
I'm always like, do not.
Shots are a different beast.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not a person that doesn't drink that often. This woman that I'm talking about, she's not a big time drinker, and she has some social anxiety.
Yeah.
Even if you are a big time drinker, respect shots.
Well, now now she says she has such guilt for missing it, so it's like compounded by.
Oh, it's even worse. Yeah.
Now, because she's embarrassed because everyone saw her drunk at the thing.
Oh,
and she was walking
jeez.
around, and then they had to get her and put her away because she was.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she's so
Oh,
embarrassed.
that's so-
And then she missed her son's first performance.
Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's rough.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's everything bad. I didn't even think about this one. You got too drunk for something? So many people talking about the expensive New Year's Eve that they got too hammered for. Missed the countdown. You pass out by 9 p.m. and you've bought a ticket for $500.
Those are always so expensive.
They really are. Yeah, there's just some things that you just got to tell yourself, be like, okay, you've invested a lot of money. I know you're like, I'm going to have the best time ever. I'm going to drink. Man, you got to really slow your roll. And you got to know, too, what kind of alcohol are you drinking? I'm trying to become a mature drinker. I'm still not there yet. I still mess up. But if I have a night where it's like I got to keep my wits about me, I go with just a simple little like Corona Light or something like that. And you can just have those and be sociable, have your beers, and you don't lose your mind. That's not a night where you're like going, you know what, we're going to just have tequila all night.
Salty dogs like myself, a seasoned pro, we call that New Year's Eve a night of amateurs. Because what that is you've got a bunch of people that never drink heavily, and now they're going to go out and there's free champagne because the ticket was $200, and they're going to drink all this champagne, but they're not going to be able to handle it, and they're going to just make a mess of themselves, and
But make no mistake about it, even your veterans like a Virginia Sinicki, a salty dog herself, she can get taken out of the game early, as she did at Bigfoot's wedding.
by shots.
She didn't even make it till the nightfall. It was very bright out, and Panda was bringing her ass to her room.
Shots took me out. I forgot. I underestimated shots.
I still could have gotten a tan. It was that bright out still. That's how early she went to bed.
Yeah.
I could have gotten sun.
I went back to the room, but I didn't go to bed. Remember, I was arguing with the champagne bottle?
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, Panda told me about that.
Another big thing, people drink too much and miss flights.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Somebody said, yeah, we were on a trip to Colorado with another couple. We hit the wine bar. Next thing you know, we're shopping for things we don't need. And boom, plane's gone. We're like, don't we have a flight or something to do?
I wonder if this has ever happened to where the bride or the groom drank too much and they had to shut the wedding down. If you're in a blackout and it's before the wedding, in the history of weddings, I bet you that's happened.
Oh, definitely. I know of a wedding where it happened. So the groom was with all of his bros, and they were doing a whole limo thing. They were riding around waiting for the wedding to start.
Yeah.
And they were giving him shots and shots and shots. And when he showed up, he was hammered. She was pissed.
Now, if you're hammered and you're still able to get the I do out, okay. Not all is lost. I'm talking about if you are imagine you drank so much how we were at the Crazy Horse, and then you have to go get married.
Oh my
You have to
gosh.
shut down the wedding, don't you?
Yeah, I would never recommend shots.
What do
Bad
you
idea.
do if it's one of those destination weddings and you missed your opportunity?
Oh my gosh.
Brett's on here from Wellington. I've seen many people miss really expensive concerts because they drank too much. This happened to you, Brett?
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, unfortunately, I am a victim of the pregame.
What was the concert that you were going to?
So a couple of years ago, I'm a huge fan of reggae, Time Revolution. Love them, love seeing them. I've seen them many times.
Yeah.
And, we're tailgating. We're actually pre-gaming at the house. I had a bunch of over my brother in town, and we're having a good old time, barbecuing. Drinks are flying, shots are flying, and we had a designated driver. They drove us out to the show. We get there a few hours early. Now we're tailgating. The party continues in the parking lot, and next thing, the show came and went, and I don't remember a damn thing. I don't remember the band even coming on stage.
Yep.
I think we even saw a band prior to them. I missed two bands that night. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And then you tried to do it the next year, is that right?
Yeah, so I was just devastated, just absolutely appalled at my behavior. I thought I was older than that, and that wouldn't happen to me anymore. But I'm going to go to the show again. I'm going to redeem myself, and yeah, Back to the Future, man. It was just part 2.
The same thing happened.
It's really tough. I mean, but
get together.
Yeah.
You may want to switch to weed. It's a reggae show. You'll fit right in.
The revolutions and those reggae party bands, the stick figures and all those that come through, everybody gets so ginned up just to party and, smoke their brains out or whatever they're going to be doing. And
You just got to pace yourself.
I know.
You got to know your...
it's easy to do. It's funny, he did it 2 years in a row. This year, I'm not going to do it. Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. Okay, 2 truths and a lie. We got some stories here for you today. One of them is not going to be truthful. The other 2 are. Can you tell who is our liar today?
And to throw you guys off of our scent, we're all going to talk in a British accent.
Oh, yeah?
No.
Okay.
Denny's like, I just got the memo. Hold on.
Hello, everyone. Good to meet you.
Hi, Gov.
No, we won't do that to you.
I don't mind. You go right ahead. Okay, we've got Denny's here with the first story. What happened with you, Denny's?
Well, so I've seen more of these stories popping up lately, and people are frowning upon it. But when laser pointers first came out, we used to harass everyone with them. Me and my brother used to sit on the back balcony of our house.
Yeah.
And we would aim it at, at airplanes, people's houses. I know, terrible stuff. And now I know all the rules. We didn't know when we were kids.
It was Renegade.
But one of our favorite things to do is our neighbor across the canal. You could see, they always left their windows open. You could see in it. We would take the laser pointer and we would run it back and forth on their floor, and their animals would all lose their minds and start running out. And you could see them all yelling and kicking all their animals out of their house. But one time, my brother was reflecting it in a mirror. He didn't know. He was reflecting it just, back and forth, messing with people. Well, 2 weeks later, my mom was saying that one of our neighbors had to go to the doctor because she had a burned-in retina. I guess from him reflecting it hit her eye or something, and she had to go to the doctor for this.
Oh, wow.
We never told anyone that was us, that we used to harass our neighbors with these things.
Wow.
So, did a lot of damage with the laser pointer.
Wow, Denny's. That's a great story.
Uh-huh. Okay. Is that truthful or not? All right, Jbird, what is your story?
I once stole a final exam, the answer key, to impress a girl back in high school because she's going to fail the class. And I told her, I can get that exam. I can get it for you. I'll be able to get you to pass.
Yeah.
And so I broke into a teacher's office, got the exact exam, and it worked because we ended up dating for 2 months after. She passed the exam, never got caught.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
She got a B.
Wow. And she had the answer exam and still got a B?
What is she, stupid?
Well, you know, an A would have been too much. That would have been way suspect.
Because this girl was of the level that an A is just not
She knew
believable.
she was a D-level girl.
There's no way an A would not have been called out. And so she would have been called out for cheating.
That's amazing. Okay. All right. And what about you, Suits? What's your story?
I'll give you another peek into my childhood. You know, love has always been a struggle, even since I was a little kid for me. And this was back when I was in like the first or second grade, I think. But it was my first crush. And Valentine's Day rolled around. And every time Valentine's Day came around when I was younger, my mom used to go all out for those different holidays. So she got all those little cards with the candy so everybody in the class could get one of them handed out. But I wrote a special one for this girl, hoping that I'd get some sort of reaction out of it.
Okay, spitting that game.
Exactly. So I dropped off all the Valentines, and I was specifically waiting to see what she did. And I saw her reading it, and I was hoping she'd come over and talk to me afterward. But right at that moment, the teacher had us all go and sit down to do something. So we all sat down on the floor. She sat right behind me, and in the worst possible timing, probably the most embarrassing thing that happened when I was a kid, I let out the biggest fart. And she's right behind me, and we're sitting on the floor crisscross applesauce. So I basically farted right on her. Yeah. And she just let out the biggest, ew! And yeah, that... Never.
Nothing ruins a crush like a fart.
That was the end of it. Never spoke about anything from that Valentine that I gave her. Nothing ever happened. I could have honestly just crawled into a hole and died at that moment.
Suits farted on his Valentine?
It was the worst.
I would have just taken the chocolate.
I farted in front of my crush back in the day. It's a horrible thing. In third grade, her name was Emily, and farted right in front of her, and then I acted like I wasn't farting. I'm like, with my mouth.
Yeah.
It's the worst feeling as a kid.
To mask it up, but she knew.
Apparently, it's a KVJ thing.
Yeah. Virginia, who do you think is telling a lie here?
Gosh, I loved Denny's story. He just sucked me in with that laser pointer.
Yeah.
I hope that one's true.
But was it too much?
Jbird, I don't see him
Breaking in.
pulling a Mission Impossible type thing without spilling something or somehow muddying it up.
I think Jbird is my first inclination. Denny's is second.
I also have never heard Suits fart, so I'm very suspect about that.
I'm in your head.
He's not a farty guy.
This is all
Maybe he's
designed.
a farty kid. He got them all out.
Yeah, it's designed to make you guys think. Well, we like it. Go ahead.
I'm leaning to Bird first, but Denny's is a real close second for who I think the liar is.
No, I think Denny's is telling the truth.
You do?
I think Suits is the liar.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's so
Farty party.
It's so benign. It's there. I
Right.
see what you're thinking.
Okay.
I love the impression.
So, it matters.
You're not
We're
gonna-
really spending serious thought and brain power.
Okay, so who is the liar? The KVJ TV chat room. 46% say it's Jbird. 31% say it's Denny's. 23% say it is Suits. Okay.
What's y'all's answers again?
My answer, I am going to stick it with Denny's. I'm going to say Denny's.
It's the liar.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the liar. Virginia?
Damn it, I'm leading Denny's too.
Okay.
Because of the burned retina thing that I've been thinking about.
Okay.
I'm going to go Denny's. Sorry, I don't mean to drag this on, but I take this serious.
That's all right. It's what you do.
Yeah, it's kind of your thing.
I make everything longer and more painful. Ask my husband.
You know, we are live. This is going over the air. It's not commercial break.
Okay, so in the studio, we're saying it's Denny's. Who is the liar?
It's Jbird.
Jbird! Damn it!
We got him.
We got him.
Wow.
Damn it.
Did not get
Okay.
the audience, but we did get Kevin in Virginia.
Okay.
Damn it.
Love it. Good job.
All right. How about that?
Hold on, boys.
Slippery. Oh, Kevin, you had it right in the beginning.
I did,
And
yeah.
then you discounted
Yeah,
it.
after I came back, I was like, I don't know. It didn't. Yeah, it sounded like the most far-fetched.
Everything
but
was real in my story except for me actually stealing the test. She was a terrible student. The girl, terrible.
Did you get laid?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember the old laser pointers when they first came out and nobody knew what they were.
Right.
They were like the size of lightsabers. They were huge, big
yeah.
metal cylinders, and they were very powerful. And I think they kind of dumbed them down over the years for animals and stuff. But yeah, you could, if you held it close, you could actually burn paper with them back in the day.
Wow.
One of those very, very powerful ones. And we used to, I mean, given now, I would never do it. But as kids, we always aim them at airplanes. You want to see how far it could go.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense that they made something where pilots couldn't see.
Well, I mean, it's still a problem. In fact, I kind of thought maybe it might have been Dennis because the other day he handed me a story. It was about how many issues they're having annually with laser pointers going into
Airplanes.
cockpits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a real thing now.
That's
which is
horrifying.
It was
insane.
a crazy number. So, I mean, it's still very much a thing, and it's a problem.
But yeah, we would wait till families would sit down and start watching TV on Fridays, and me and my brother would go out, and right when they got relaxed, we would start laser pointing all their animals, and they would be running back and forth, and the people would be yelling. It'd be the funniest thing, and they had no idea what it was.
How would they know? I mean,
How would they know?
Really, especially back then.
Oh, nobody knew. People, and given another thing we shouldn't be doing, they would be doing yard work, and we would flash it right in their eyes, and they'd start rubbing their eyes, you know? They have no idea what this thing was.
You're
going
diabolical.
on?
It was so great.
It is. Daddy's terrorizing the neighborhood with a laser pointer.
man.
Suits farting on girls.
Goodness, I've learned a lot today about our people.
That poor girl.
They're mean and gross.
That's it.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth.
Ow.
These stories are always crazy to me. People that basically spent a life in prison for a crime they didn't commit.
Oh, it's so heartbreaking.
It is. Robert Dubois is now 56, and he just got freed from prison in August of 2020 after long-shelved, untested DNA evidence from a rape kit proved he was innocent of the 1983 rape and murder of 19-year-old Barbara Grams in Tampa.
That is so tough to sit in prison knowing you didn't do something, and it's of the most horrific crimes you could commit.
He was 18 years old
Oh,
when all this happened. He's now 56, 37 years in prison.
heartbreaking.
Yeah, now he's suing over his wrongful conviction in which a disproven bite mark was crucial evidence. The lawsuit contends that investigators conspired with jailhouse informants to falsely implicate him.
You see some of these documentaries, especially about these older cases, and they bring some stuff to light where they didn't really know if somebody was guilty or not. There was some talk about it, and they fit a profile and they fit a narrative to make sure that person was convicted, even though they weren't themselves completely sure.
Well, yeah, they just wanted to, make sure that somebody was going down for it, I mean, that's really it. He never confessed to anybody. He maintained his innocence the entire time, and now he was proven right. He was convicted of a murder and initially was sentenced to death. Can you imagine if they would have killed him?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Every restaurant he goes to, he should get a free meal.
Wow. Well, he's won more than that. So it'll be interesting to see what he winds up getting for the false imprisonment. But I mean, still, I don't think he would trade 37 years of his life for whatever he's going to get financially.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the beginning, the whole free meal thing. That's just the beginning of what that guy deserves.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a picture of him hugging his mother.
Yeah.
His mom just prayed for him to be released, and thank goodness she didn't pass away before he was released. Oh, that makes me want to cry, Kevin.
I know.
Please don't cry. Here, you think about
the whacked out news is making Virginia cry.
Something's going on with her today.
Maybe I have PMS.
Because you're at one moment.
You're right. Well, she was way high, and now she's
You're turning the lights out, having a disco in here, and now you're crying.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that the
menopause
bus I see?
Yeah. Mom was making that.
Oh my goodness.
Her second puberty is right on deck.
Is the menopause bus barreling down the street?
It's quite a roller coaster this girl's on today.
Kev, I can't deal with this.
Yeah.
You better strap in, boys.
I got the strength for this. I want off the bus.
Because if I go on menopause, you go on menopause.
I know. I want off this ride. I don't want to go down.
Well, the Brevard County Sheriff's Office has posted up on Facebook that they're looking to return the $2 million worth of marijuana to its rightful owner.
Oh, how sweet of them.
Yeah, they said if you misplaced approximately 770 pounds of high-grade marijuana and would like to have your property returned, just contact our narcotics agents. We'll be more than happy to reunite you with your lost property. All you have to do is come down to the Criminal Investigation Services building and claim your property with absolutely no strings attached. That's so nice of them.
It smells like a trap.
It does. Yeah. Feels like a trap, maybe. There's a police department in Canada that released some 911 audio after a guy called because he was stuck in traffic and needed to pee.
We have a taste of that call if you want it.
Okay, yeah. All right, what does he say here?
911, chief police,
Hello?
fire, or ambulance.
I need police.
Okay, you have the police.
Yeah.
Where is the emergency?
Actually, the thing is that I have to pee and these guys are not moving.
You have to pee.
Yeah.
This is your emergency that you have to pee?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how are the police going to help you urinate?
I have to pee, man. And
But I'm not sure what you like me to do that you have to urinate. I can't help you with that.
What an idiot. They should just lock him up for like a month.
And did you hear he kind of got annoyed with the 911 dispatcher? I gotta pee, man.
I gotta pee. What are you gonna do about it?
Go in your pants, bruh.
Get a Gatorade bottle like every other dude with a penis can do.
I was stuck in traffic for 7 hours going down the Keys. I found a way to make it happen to go pee.
Yeah, that guy's an idiot.
Yeah, it's not clear if they charged him with a crime or not.
They should.
They should.
They really should because he's hogging up the 911 system.
And he's annoying. He needs to go to a jail.
He had kind of attitude.
There's a man in Maine that was pulled over for driving erratically last week. He says he was distracted by a Kit Kat bar.
I get it. I get it.
When the officer approached, apparently he had chocolate all over his fingers and mouth and an empty Kit Kat wrapper at his feet. I mean, he really got into it.
You can't lose yourself though. You're driving. Get it together. If you were a passenger, okay, but you're the driver.
That guy really loves Kit Kat.
Yeah, he does. 2 people in Amarillo, Texas have been arrested for stealing someone's kangaroo.
Oh,
That ain't cool.
That's a hard crime, though. I mean,
It
the kangaroo
is.
didn't fight back.
Yeah, you would think that'd be really kind of hard to jack that.
Maybe the kangaroo wanted freedom.
Yeah. There's a woman in Michigan that complained that a grocery store's mood music was too sad and then started screaming at several employees.
She may be going through menopause.
Does she got what Virginia's got?
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it? It's too sad in here.
If you're complaining about the music at the grocery, there's other issues.
You're too in a
Yeah.
girl. You gotta work on you.
Step back, figure out what you're doing.
They do sometimes though. I'll be at Publix and I love the mix at Publix.
Yeah.
But they'll go on some sad runs with some of the
Yeah,
songs.
can't go too sad too fast and too long. Apparently, she then tried to drive off while a cop was talking to her and then got arrested. And then after they released her, she walked back into the police department and started yelling at the receptionist. And you know what? They arrested her again.
Yeah, she's going through it.
Wow.
There are days and then there are days.
They may want to get her a little psychiatric hold.
Yeah.
Just to see what's going on
She
there.
needs to just take a little break from life.
Yeah.
Just gotta sit down, get some ice on you.
Look, it happens.
Got a lot of stories about Canada today where it's actually Thanksgiving Day today.
Oh,
in
yeah, I
Canada.
saw that in my calendar. It said Thanksgiving Day in Canada.
Yeah.
So that a boot.
Oh.
There's a woman in Canada that woke up last week to a loud crashing sound and found a softball-sized meteorite that had busted a hole through her roof and was sitting on her pillow right next to her head.
Meteorite?
Are you pumped that it happens to you or are you bummed out?
I think you're pumped because you're like, I mean, imagine if this would have donked me in the head. Can you imagine just sleeping and you get bapped in the head with a meteorite?
You're done.
It's quite a story.
Yeah.
If it breaks through your roof and now you have this unexpected skylight, I think you're happy it didn't kill you.
But how does that not wake you up?
Some people are deep
You sleep
sleepers.
through a meteorite crashing through your roof and landing on your pillow?
Aunt
Yeah.
Ann was a pretty deep sleeper. I think she could have slept through a meteorite.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my mom and Aunt Ann. Yeah.
Really?
I used to mess with them all the time sleeping.
Yeah,
It would
that's
take me a
right.
good 5 minutes for them to.
Wow.
That was a really good Ann impersonation.
That's how she did it.
Students at a high school in Canada are rallying behind their principal after a number of concerned parents have been petitioning to have her removed because she listens to Iron Maiden.
That's amazing.
She's getting fired for rocking out?
For rocking out. Yes, apparently she's put up some different photos on social media. One, she has her hands up in the devil horn gesture in front of an Iron Maiden banner and license plate. And the parents' petition wants her replaced, saying that her values do not align with those of the families, and they will not sabotage the teaching or upholding of those values, and will not try to introduce impressionable students to satanic practices or symbolism.
This is in the Midwest?
Canada.
Canada, okay, yeah.
The petition has 500 signatures, but in a bold move, a counter petition from students asking to keep the principal has received more than 15,000.
Okay, so the kids are winning.
Mm-hmm.
Did Iron Maiden have devil music?
They've got, some imagery. Yeah, I don't know about it being devil music itself, but it's...
wasn't Motley Crue the same way? Didn't they was considered devil music, but it's really
Motley
not at
Crue
all?
did Shout at the Devil. Ozzy Osbourne had all of his stuff.
Ozzy, I can see the devil thing.
Yeah, so those were bands that, were kind of lightly aligned with Satan.
Was your mom, out of all of was Motley Crue the worst offender?
My mom hated all of it. She despised Metallica. You could play 3 seconds of a Metallica song and my mom would lose her mind. If you wanted to take her from zero to enraged, all it took was 3 seconds of Enter Sandman. There's a guy from the Solomon Islands that got rescued last Saturday after he and his girlfriend got lost at sea for more than 29 days. And he says, well, at least it was a nice break from the pandemic. So
you get lost with Panda for 29 days, lost out at sea. Are you guys stronger, or do you guys want to kill each other?
Do we have provisions?
It's you guys lost out there, and it's just you and him, and you have to just rough it for 29 days.
I mean, it's very stressful. I think we could navigate it, though. I really feel like we could come out through the other side and still be together.
You sink or swim on something like that.
Yeah.
You either get stronger, or I think you...
Well... I just feel like I would get us rescued.
Yeah,
I feel strong.
Oh, you do?
Like
huh?
I would figure this out and make it happen.
Okay.
I would be make it happen, Cap'n.
Okay. No, Panda definitely leaves her.
He jumps in and says, "Take me, sharks."
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Your whole attitude, I can tell this is not going to go well.
It's not going to go well.
I'm confident we would live, and you say I have an attitude.
No, cooked to death. Okay, well, what is something that people think makes them look cool, but actually makes them look ridiculous? We posted up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. Always a lot of good interactive stuff on there.
I saw something that this person thought they were so cool. I went to the Versace Mansion for lunch over the weekend in Miami.
Oh, yes.
This guy was dressed head to toe in fake Versace clothes, but it was silk.
Okay.
And he had giant Versace glasses. He had a giant Versace fake medallion with the Versace head. And he thought he looked so cool walking in the Versace Mansion.
He probably different to most people. You know about that stuff. I would never know. That guy looks cool, man.
He looked like he had just, I don't know, like it was a Halloween costume. That's what he looked like to me.
He had the whole look.
He thought he looked so good. He took about 87 pictures by the pool. It was amazing to watch.
I remember back in the day, people used to really think smoking looked cool. And I remember I went to a party and all the hot girls were smoking, and I'd watch them smoke, and they were making the grossest looking faces after they were blowing out the smoke. I remember thinking, this does not look cool at all to me. Who's saying this is cool looking?
Yeah, in fact, if you look at the top answers that we had for something that people think makes them look cool but actually makes them look ridiculous, probably the top answer was smoking.
It doesn't look sexy.
No, I did. I guess once upon a time we used to think it was.
Oh, it's a big cigarette smoke, and smoking and all that was always synonymous with a sexy time and all that. But if you really broke it down,
not anymore.
People make some gross, gnarly faces when they're blowing out their smoke.
I've got a friend that still smokes, and we will go and do stuff. And he's single, and I watch the girls' faces. They're like, ugh. Well, I'm like, dude, you're not doing yourself any favors as a single guy out there in the game trying to make it happen with chicks smoking. It's just not working.
Smokers gotta stay with smokers. Another smoker would be cool. Oh, let me bum a ciggy.
But nobody smokes anymore.
A lot of people don't. People do smoke, but it's not like it was. You're right.
They're secret smokers.
It's more like that.
Some of the other top answers that we had here. Lynette had said jeans hanging halfway off your butt. Not a big fan of that. Elizabeth said skinny jeans. People are going after skinny jeans still.
I like skinny jeans on a skinny person. It's only when you see somebody who's got like a very large muffin top trying to squeeze like a sausage.
If I wear regular clothes, you can't tell that I got a big old gut going on. But when I wear those skinny jeans, it does. It turned my body into Humpty Dumpty, and it really makes your fupa very, very present.
It's so funny. That time you accidentally bought skinny jeans.
That's all.
And went right to our event.
Urban Outfitters only sold skinny jeans.
He walked out, and it was the crowd roared with laughter.
I was living out of a suitcase because we were still in Miami. I didn't have any clothes. So I go, Urban Outfitters will have something for me.
Not for you.
Nope.
Nope. Let me see some of the other ones. Katie said selfies is something people think makes them look cool, but actually makes them look ridiculous.
It's the way of the world.
I love selfies.
Well, and I would say maybe it's more of what you do in the selfies, because Pam said the duck face and tongue out in pictures, things like that.
There is a type of selfie that is more annoying than others.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people were saying the fake lashes is something that people does that makes them look cool, but actually makes them look ridiculous.
To piggyback on that, them damn eyebrows you girls put on where they take a butter knife and look at my eyebrow. They look fake. They look penciled in, and a lot of you ladies think they look great. I don't know if they do.
Are you looking at me? Do mine look bad?
No, you look like you have eyebrows. You know what I'm talking about.
It's an interesting style. Yeah. When first time I saw it, I'm like, wow, that's
painted on.
Oh, yeah. I do. I color mine in slightly, but I don't go dramatic. That's a look that girls go really thick, and you can see it. Like if you get anywhere within 4 feet of them, you can tell that it's not hair.
It's a move.
It's like eyeliner.
It really is. And it makes you kind of go like this with your eyeballs the entire conversation, kind of like you're looking up at their forehead. And
all you can look at is their eyebrow.
And what are you looking at, Jbird? And then I have to go, well, I'm looking at your ridiculous eyebrows.
Yeah. Brian had said lip filler is another thing that people do. I saw somebody the other day that I think had just had it done, and she had waves kind of in her lip. It was bumpy, then flat, then bumpy, and you could almost see like the injection marks on her lip.
Well, that's because she just had it done. So lip injections literally take 24 hours to go down. Right when you get them done, they are not how they're going to look.
Now, the lip waves, do you pay more for that, or is that...
It was just odd. And she was a pretty girl, but I was like, what's going on with your lip?
Right when you get them done, they look really bee-stung and they look a little ridiculous.
Okay.
But they do go down in the next like 24 to 48 hours.
Call me old-fashioned. I kind of just like normal lips that you were born with. I don't think you look like you have to have been stung by 9 bees.
You're definitely old-fashioned, and you're old, and you're not really fashionable. So you're kind of just old without the fashion.
Call me weird. Oh, you're old with just new lips.
Without the fashion.
You're old with new ass lips. That's all you are.
My lips are understatedly plumped. I just put a little bit of lip filler, not a lot. Don't go too crazy.
Okay.
Just a little.
Something that people are doing that makes them look cool, or they think, but they actually look ridiculous. Danielle said leaving tags on your hats or jerseys.
Isn't that kind of like 1998-ish?
Yeah, I don't see that really at all anymore. Cal said guys wearing muscle shirts.
It's a move. It's a bold move, especially when you ain't got no muscles.
Guys without muscles in muscle shirts.
Oh, that's just sad. It breaks my
Do
heart.
they call them flab shirts?
Well, there's some dudes that are chubby that once was muscly, but now they're chubby, and they still think they're muscly, but they're fat muscly. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
And
You have a muscle, but it's under 8 layers of fat.
Yeah, they still think they can fight, but they really only can fight with a taco.
Some hairstyles. Erica said the comb over makes people look ridiculous. And Patty said the man bun. Those always get mentioned. Another thing that people think makes them look cool, flipping the middle finger in pictures. Usually wearing like a 561 hat or a 954 hat or a 305. Or
It all depends, I guess. I probably have a couple pictures out there like that.
Flipping the middle finger?
Probably. And in the history of time. I know I got one in Virginia.
Well, I was just really flipping you off.
And you're drunk. It's a good picture.
It's good. Yeah, good combo. And Melissa said loud cars that drive too fast.
Oh, then throw in some extra loud bass on top of that?
Yeah. truck farts on top of it.
It's aggressive.
Yeah.
It's a move.
A little bit of a fight going on about Crocs. Somebody texted and said, my husband thinks that Crocs are so cool. The question is, are they? Because I know we would talk about how terrible they were, and now some celebrities have started wearing them. In fact, it was Post Malone's got his own Crocs, right? And
He
now
does.
I think in the really trendy circles, Crocs are supposed to be awesome, and you look great if you're wearing Crocs.
I love Post Malone. And when you have Post Malone money, you can get away with wearing Crocs because he's cool regardless. But if you're just a regular guy out on a Saturday night trying to pick up girls in the club, Crocs ain't gonna do it.
Here's why I look at it, Kev. The Crocs don't make the man. The man is the one that it's all about personality. You can wear Crocs. You can wear your fake Versace. It's on how you represent yourself. It's your game. If you got good game, it doesn't matter. You could crock it up. We will crock you.
Okay.
That's all I got.
We
That's it?
will crock you.
We will crock you.
Okay. Sounds painful. For a lot of people doing the family thing, they say that sex starts to trail off around the age of 30. So how long do you have to wait until the sex life fires back up?
Man, it's another one of those topics where it really makes marriage sound a lot of fun.
Don't worry though. It'll fire back up for you after you get divorced.
When you're 55.
They say the big culprit is not necessarily the marriage, it's the kids that often go with it that is killing a lot of people's sex drives.
So you have the hornies, the kids get in the way of it.
Well, yeah, I think part of it is, you got the kids in the way. You just are running around constantly doing things for the kids and you tire out. It is a challenge where the couples who still do have got to find ways and times to do it.
Because I was always told women in their 30s leading up to their 40s is really when they kind of come alive in the bedroom, really like to get it going. That's when they kind of have
Hit a
their
peak.
horniest peak.
Everybody's going to be different.
I agree.
Yeah. They say that about the age 30 to 45 is kind of the period where people will report having less sex, and it's because of the kids. And then they say once you hit 50, it seems to take back off again. And people are getting it on more often after the age of 50. They say that is what's going on. So I would say that probably kids would be one of the top answers on why you're having less sex or maybe not any sex hardly at all. What are the other top reasons, would you say?
You hate your wife or husband?
Yeah, I would
what
say
have I
so
done
too.
kind of a thing?
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Maybe you're not on the same page as far as physical fitness,
Yeah.
and you think your partner's gross.
Yeah, I mean, I think that does happen where somebody keeps it together, the other person falls apart, and then they become not attracted to them. I mean,
Yeah.
that does happen quite a bit.
They say also in that age group, people are prioritizing careers over sex and relationships. And so they get into it and they get more excited about making money than they do about making their partner satisfied.
I also think, too, sometimes in the beginning, people may act like they're more sexual than they are because it's new and it's fresh. And then once you get into a rut, their truer selves comes out and you realize maybe they don't like sex as much as I thought they did. You see what I'm saying? They fake it till they make it in the beginning to kind of get the hooks in there. And then once you guys are settled in, you're like, oh, I don't want to do that.
Well, I think, too, I mean, let's just be honest. It's most fun in the beginning because it's new and it's exciting and it's thrilling and it's like all that. Once you've been there several times, it's not as exciting.
Well, I think you have to keep excitement on both sides. I feel like you could always spice things up, but that takes both people involved to really go full gorilla.
You can always spice things up, but you can never duplicate the original feeling of wow, when it was fresh in uncharted territories and you got the butterflies and all that. I mean, you can't duplicate that. That only happens once.
Some people disagree that they.
Well, those people are lying.
They are lying. The butterflies are dead in the first month.
Those people are the same people that. Jbird, you should get married.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of wondering for people who are in this groove where they, are between the ages of 30 and 45 in there and they've got the kids. Where are you still getting it on if you have a hard time doing it at your place? And I wondered this because my daughter, Caitlin, she's 23, and so she babysits for a lot of families now. And she babysits for this one couple, and she says that they often go out to dinner, and so she'll, babysit their kids. And she said every time that the wife comes home, her hair is so disheveled. She's like, I'm wondering, like, where are they eating or where are they taking their car?
Oh, I know where they're eating.
I'm like, yeah.
They're having some car sex is what's going on.
So I'm wondering, are you over the age of 30 in this age group and you're still having the car sex? Where do you go and park? And how often are you doing it?
Good. I'll give you a tip right now. Give me a tip. The top floor of a parking garage. At night, there's nobody up there.
Except for the muggers and the murderers, Kevin.
Okay.
You don't get out of your car.
Okay.
But
no, I can see that. There's certain parks and there's certain parts of the beach you can go to, but you do run a little risk of
parks, beach, I don't know.
5-0 will possibly check in on you.
Yeah.
You're so out there in a park or in a beach. The thing about the parking garage, nobody's supposed to be up there.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody does, if you see headlights, then there's a problem and you should immediately stop what you're doing.
Okay.
But that's exciting, though. You're up there, not supposed to be up there. What if we get caught? Oh,
Does that a little excitement? Somebody texted in and said, oh, hell yeah. My husband and I, we do it in the car everywhere. Beach parking lot mostly, and almost any parking lot that's a little dark. Been married 20 years. We're 42 and 43. My husband even made window blockers out of cardboard. I mean, that's somebody that really is taking their craft seriously.
He's getting arts and crafts up in that piece.
Oh, yeah.
It depends, too, I think, if a couple's drinking. If they're drinking, I told about that one middle-aged couple. They were having a barbecue next to my apartment, and they were drinking for a while, and they ended up dry humping deeply on the top of a car where everyone could see. And it was quite a show. But I think it's because the drinks are flowing. You lose your way.
Okay.
Real deep.
Somebody texted in and said, yeah, we still go to the back of shopping centers when they're closed just to keep it exciting.
Wow.
Whoa.
A lot of people are saying industrial parks, good place for the adults to go park and get it on. Somebody said a Walmart parking lot. That seems a little risky to me.
Well, they got so much other crap going on. They're going to notice you. It's not a bad move.
State park. Somebody said I go to the state park.
Yeah, you can go to Jonathan Dickinson and get it done.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That's an interesting
Did
park
you
to
say
choose.
Dickinson?
It would work.
That sounds like code, doesn't it?
It does. We're going to Dickinson.
I bet you are.
Yeah. Oh, you know where mom and dad are going. Yeah. And then somebody else said the graveyard. I don't know. That kind of weirds me out.
That weirds me out. I would not be that bold.
It's not my cup of soda. It just, come on. Can we have a little respect for the dead?
I love a cemetery. I love to walk through and just look at all the headstones and read the names and just kind of try to figure out what went there, what went wrong.
Too. I'm with you.
I love doing that, but I'm not going to get sexy time in there. That's not my vibe.
It's not. When I'm at a graveyard, that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking,
No.
like to your point, I'm trying to figure out what their stories is, and it is kind of not fun, but walking through a graveyard, it just makes you think.
Well, nowadays they write a lot of stuff on the headstones, and so you can see like kind of what went on, what went down. It's fascinating to walk around and read them and just.
Doesn't really get you horny, though.
No.
Do we want to try to if we die, we'll kind of try to get buried together, sort of, like in our own little plot area, as a show?
I don't hate it.
Kev, you into this?
No.
But we have to make sure it's done the right way. You can't have Virginia, Kevin, Jason. We have to make sure they're in the
gotta
right
go in order. Yeah,
Well, you
it's
have to
gotta go in
die
order.
in order properly
Big
then.
old KVJ tombstone.
Kevin's got to die
Kevin's
first.
got to die first.
Or I die first if we just go the other way.
That seems more realistic.
What do you have if you have more than one MILF?
Milfi?
Oh, that's a
It's
good
a
guess.
pack. It's a pack.
A MILFI?
It's a pack of Milfi.
What do you think, Jbird? What if you have more than one MILF?
Mills.
You're right. It
Yeah.
is. It's MILFs.
Milves.
Mills. There's a bunch of Mills right
The
there.
F is replaced with a V.
Yeah, I was looking through some new terms. I'm like, yeah, I guess I never really thought about that. Yeah, what if you have a pack of them, of hot moms that you'd like to, and there's 3 of them. What do you call them? They're MILVs.
Yeah.
MILVES.
And don't let me say what a dilv is. Dills. Dad. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
We know.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Let's confused.
Why'd you say don't make me say?
I don't know. I'm confused.
Can we not make you say anything going forward?
Damn, that's cold.
Do you know what a grade digger is?
Grade?
Grade digger.
I guess.
Yeah.
Somebody that does things to a teacher to, like, sexual advances to a teacher to get a better grade.
It's a good guess, but it's kind of like what you were talking about today in Two Truths and a Lie. It is a girl who only talks to you for help with their classes or to help you get them a better grade.
You have that on both ends. Guys and girls
yeah.
will do that.
Yeah.
You'd see it in high school happen all the time.
They're not a gold digger. They're not looking for money. They're looking for better grades. So they're a grade digger. They come to you so that you can help them get better
Hey,
grades.
baby, can you do my paper for me?
Yeah, Mags has confided to me that there's some hot shot like guys who think that, oh yeah, all the girls want me, and they'll ask girls to help them and help them cheat.
And they do it, and guess what? The girls help them.
Well, and the thing that happens that could be bad for the girls is when the girls help them and then they get caught. So the girl's in trouble and the guy's in trouble.
Yeah.
So girls, if you're doing your work and you're smart, don't you give that to no man for free.
And vice versa. Boys, don't you give it to no woman for free. If you want to start a gender war over here.
I'd never heard a term for this, but I guess I know what it is because my wife was wondering with somebody that we knew if they were in a relationship, and she kept looking at photos on social media. She's like, that looks like a girl's hand to me, or that looks like a girl's foot. She's like going, is he with somebody? I'm like, I don't know what his deal is. But apparently there's something called a soft launch, and it's a cryptic photo preview before your relationship becomes official. You don't actually show a whole face, but you include maybe a hand or a shoe, and it kind of alludes that you're with somebody, but you don't necessarily show who it is, and you don't have a full reveal. It's almost kind of a way to break it all in.
I know the opposite too. Like I've seen a guy slowly fade out a girl on his social, and now you don't see her at all.
They got to have a term for that, yeah. The fade or something
The
like
fade
that.
out.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
interesting. There was
Yeah.
less and less pictures of
Right.
her, and now there's no pictures of her.
Well, it's
and I
weird.
think they broke up, but he's not saying anything on
Yeah.
his Facebook that they broke up. But I'm so
There's
intrigued.
situations you go, oh, she's hot, but she's clearly with a guy. Then all of a sudden, that guy's in none of the pictures anymore.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
something clearly.
Yeah.
Then you check the date. They were together in Easter. Now they're not posting up for 4th of July.
Yeah.
Whatever. They usually would post up.
Right. When they always would post one of
Yeah.
those pictures with her on his
They're
lap.
posting on President's Day, but they're not posting for
We have-
4th of July.
We have definitely gone back with couples that have broken up, and we did their timeline, and you can tell by the social media they started having problems right here.
I
Yep.
can tell. During St. Patty's Day,
Yeah,
something cheated.
had to happen. Yep, something went wrong. Another interesting term I never heard: tall zoom energy. They say it's when a short person exudes so much confidence and personality that you assume they're tall in person and realize that they aren't when you see them in person. It's debatable as to whether it's a compliment or a backhanded insult, but you may have a Zoom with somebody and they are just like, wow. And then you meet them in real life. You're going, well, I, for some reason, thought you were a lot taller than what you are.
It smells like an insult. That's
Don't
not
verbalize
That's
it.
not
No.
a good.
When you
Yeah.
meet that person that you only have seen on Zoom, be
Mm-hmm.
careful not to be disappointed by their height or anything.
Well, I mean,
Don't verbalize
because it's
it.
the person. It's your own weird hang up in your head.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's what they call tall zoom energy. You meet them, they whoa, I thought they were a lot taller. Well, they exuded tall zoom energy from their Zoom calls. Want to say thanks to Mrs. Peters Smokehouse in Jensen Beach. They dropped off some different hot sauces for me. They knew that I was having a problem with all the supply chain issue stuff. Now, I did get my Cholula and got some stuff and got some other great hot sauces to try, but they brought in the habanero hot sauce and the mango scotch bonnet.
They
and
brought in
scorpion
like
hot sauce.
fish dip, which is
Yeah.
amazing, and shrimp dip and crab dip, and oh, I'm in heaven.
Oh, that fish dip is good.
She's been knee deep in fish deep all morning long.
Do you like crab cakes, Virginia?
I do, but I like more crab than cake.
Okay.
There better be nice, big, giant chunks of crab in my crab cake.
Yeah, then I got to tell you, I went to a place on Saturday before I went over to the Oktoberfest, and they have one of the best crab cakes I've ever had in my life. It was
Yeah?
just that. It was a lot of crab, hardly any cake.
Okay, where'd you go?
It was Eagle Grill and
Oh, yeah.
Oyster Bar. It's in Green Acres. And shout out to Chef Chris. and to Sarah, the general manager there, and then the owner, Peter B. They were really cool. They had great chicken wings, too.
We're not going to get no reports that you got all hammered up and started dancing on them tables again, are you?
No, nothing there. No, I had a couple highlights. They had some good beers on tap, too, but nice little place.
If you get up and dance on tables, ain't no one complaining.
I apologize. I was talking to Virginia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it was really good stuff. So if you're ever there in Green Acres, try that place out because crab cakes are good. And they have apparently a lot of good seafood. I didn't get to try all that as well.
We got some nice KVJ Nationers that live out in Green Acres. Every time we have an event out there, they show up.
Yeah. It's a good town for us.
It is.
So thank you, everybody. All right, the After the Show podcast is going to be coming up here on YouTube. You can watch it live in about 10 minutes or get it on demand on the WRMF app or wherever you get your podcast. Just look for the KVJ Show. Before we get to that, Bird, if you would wrap us up with your thought for the day.
Any fool can know. The point is to understand. Oh. See, Virginia, she don't understand.
Is that ironic if we don't understand that thought?
Well, you're a fool. You don't know.
Virginia don't understand.
I don't understand.
Your Honor.
You don't know.
Oh, boy, here comes a fight.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.